I'm reposting my comment here, and I'm going to pin it again. There we go. What's up, Rhea? What's up, Sebastian? How are you guys? What do y'all want to talk about tonight? And maybe we'll do some more breath work. Sorry that you're in pain, my friend. Yeah, you mentioned that this afternoon. So, I didn't get a chance to see what you replied. Did you hurt yourself, or is this chronic pain? Hey, Lucy. Lucy says, "Hey, Eric. Hey, Lucy. Any updates?" Rhea says it's life. I'm sorry, Rhea. It can get better. What's up, Runner Boy? The newly monetized or soon to be monetized Runner Boy. That's going to be a huge relief for you. Something that you worked really hard to get. I'm looking forward now that we're going to have to wait until you get to 4K. What you're going to do monetary wise as far as some of your long form content. I'm now past the AdSense verification. So you got the 4K. Well done. Hey, Kat. Kat says, so Yogi and friends. Hello, Kat. And other cat. My cat was meowing as soon as I said cat. Lucy says he's in surgery and should be finished up soon. Hey, I don't think our friend Willow is here yet. So I'm going to ring a bell. If she is here but hasn't spoken yet, I'm ringing a bell. Lucy, for your brother, for you, for your family, sending out some healing thoughts. Absolute love, my friend. Hey, Phoenix. Phoenix, say you're live again. Here to like and share, eating lunch. Much love. Thank you, my friend. Yep, I'm live 3 times a day. Actually, today, 4 times a day. Oh, Runner Boy says no, not 4K. Gotcha. Had to set up AdSense. For me, it was pretty easy because I already had AdSense because I had a monetized blog. So it was just a matter of YouTube checked over my content. I was Monday morning, I'm up early. I had my computer on by 4. I saw that I was hit my watch hours and I could apply. I think by 9 o'clock, I was monetized because I already had AdSense in place. How are you, Phoenix? Sniper says hi again. Sebastian, hey, Sniper. Yeah, Cat says, we understand, Yogi. Great cats think alike. They do. Agreed. You're welcome, Lucy. Sebastian says, Ray, I will pray you heal swiftly and not in too much pain. Thank you, Sebastian. Pepsi is here from Lucy Warren. Thank you, Pepsi. I appreciate that. Lucy says, hey, Pepsi. Ray says, thanks, Sebastian. Same, but it's not the worst. Just trying to push through it. Phoenix says, peace and blessings to you all. Much appreciation to you all in chat. Mean a lot to me and your energy of kindness and light. And you as well, Phoenix. You definitely added that quite a bit, my friend. Lucy says, I know Pepsi, he's really sweet. Evan says, hey, Evan. Evan says, I got trauma, and I keep thinking about the pain I felt when my parents attacked me verbally. Now it feels intense with moving out. But you're moving out. Everything right now is drawing your attention outwards. Your parents, your siblings, moving out, situation you find yourself in. But if you could turn around inwards and use this as not easy, use it as an opportunity for you to choose peace. You're never going to find it anywhere in the world. If it's not your parents, it'll be your siblings, it'll be friends, it'll be a boss. Sounds like horrible news, doesn't it? And it is. I'm sorry. But that's the lesson from the Buddha. In an inherently changeable world, never look for stability because you won't find it. You get the rug pulled out from beneath of you time after time after time. However, there is a way. There is a way. Phoenix says, Zusi, I miss you. Pepsi sending some love. Brea says, wait, I'm surprised Yoda isn't here. She always on before me. Sometimes she's a little later. We'll see. Is everything okay, Yogi? You know more than I do about her. Is she okay? Just making sure I'm trying to be nice to everyone. Appreciate that, Rhea. I haven't heard from her since last live stream. She did leave a comment or two on some of my shorts. So I'm assuming, leaving the comments, that she's okay and she'll be here. What's up, Eric LaPointe? Great live stream. Sebastian says, like that, Phoenix. Blessings to you also. Thank you for the shout out, Pepsi from Southern California. Beautiful area of the world. How was your day, Eric LaPointe? Lucy says, I've been going through a lot. Phoenix, miss you too. Get a double tap. Thank you, Phoenix. Thanks for the jewels, Eric. Toy Pup says, just Yogi doing burpees in his basement. What's up, Toy Pups? Thank you for being here. Bria says, so I was hoping she would be on. But we're still early. You know, we've been talking for not even 10 minutes yet. And a little embarrassing to say, she's probably used to me being a little bit late, and I was almost on time this time. So if she's going by official yogi time, hey, the live stream hasn't even started yet. Thanks again, Eric. We got some more jewels. So Pup says, Eric LaPointe. Hey, Rhea. I appreciate your concern and your you're reaching out. And you know what else? I know that our friend Willow would appreciate that as well. She will appreciate that. Hey, Trending, how are you? Nice to see you, my friend. Hey, guys, remind me to take my supplement in 14 minutes. Ish. So I'm going to read that quote again. Henry Nouwen was a French Jesuit priest who taught from New York City. I believe Columbia University. I could be mistaken, though. He was a writer. He wrote several good books. More than just a Jesuit, he was a mystic. Thanks for the love, Phoenix. Eric Point is waving, gives a salute. Trending. Brea says, I just need to ask Yoda something. It's nice. Just want to know about because I'm here last live stream. One of her pet's birthday. I want to ask her what pet. Got you. See, I think it was. I don't know that. I thought she said guinea pig. So, like I said, Ray, it's still early. I don't remember offhand. Um, so the quote: "My whole life I've been complaining that my work was constantly interrupted until I discovered that my interruption was my work. Interruptions were my work." So he was writing. Um, in the when he lived in a dormitory as he was teaching Columbia University, and as well when he was when he was living as a Jesuit priest. And every time he would sit down to write, there'd be some kind of squabble, something going on that called him away from his writing, and he was very upset with all these interruptions because it was interrupting his work as a writer. What he realized, spiritually speaking, those interruptions were his work. So, this is mainly for my meditation friends. We get upset when we're meditating. Even when we've been meditating for a long time, our thoughts are interrupting our meditation. Our cats are interrupting our meditation. Our dog is interrupting our meditation. A phone call, even though we have the phone in a whole nother room, we get everything set up, this little meditation center in our house, a little altar, and the phone rings, interrupted. Interruptions are part of your meditation, all of it. Every thought that you have that seems to steer you in the other direction than you want to go, that's your meditation. Your work is your invitation, your interruptions is your work. All of them. If you are attempting to be a more forgiving, a kinder, a more loving person, let's see. Mainhood says asking for charity to feed children who are homeless. Well, hey, if you had a link, asking for charity without providing a source to help um, isn't very helpful. So if you're trying to be a better person, if you let's say you're doing some inner work um, in whatever way, and you keep thinking this is hard, I keep messing up. I'm supposed to be patient, and I keep losing my patience. I'm supposed to be kind, and I keep acting unkind. I'm supposed to be caring, and sometimes the last thing I want to do is care. Guess what? That's your work. It's not about the other people. It's about you. When you find yourself being impatient, what a perfect opportunity to be patient with yourself, to learn how to smile at all the little things that throw you off course. Because guess what? Your entire life is course, and you can't be thrown off of it. Bria says, Cypher says, please no spamming the chat. Yep, only have to ask once, my friend. And if you're sincere and you had a link, PayPal, hey, even if it's a scam and you needed $5, you know, we'll help you out. I'll help you out. But you only have to ask once. Rhea says, Yogi, can you ask her when she gets on? I need to go for the second, and my phone is really dead. So I need to charge it. Please tell her I asked. I will. Definitely. When she comes back on, and I will be back soon. You got it, my friend. Sebastian says, want to be more forgiving, more kind, and more patient, Eric. Then the times when you are unforgiving, forgive yourself. The times when you are unkind, be kind to yourself. The times when you are impatient, be patient with yourself. You are your own test subject. You're your own curriculum, your own university. Hey, Troutmaster. What's up, my friend? So look no further than yourself. Zephyr says his description says it all, Eric. In his in his channel. Uh, Roasting people for fun. Little does he know, we've been roasted by the best. We've been Sniper and Eric Lapointe were here. We've been roasted by professional roasters working in Las Vegas comedy clubs. Still makes me laugh. He hasn't been here for quite some time. You guys remember his name? I bet you Eric Lapointe remembers his name. Trout Master says, howdy y'all. Trout Master says, what's his subscription say? Roasting people for fun. Stepper says, no, he was a professional. He was a professional. So yeah, when you've been roasted by a professional roaster, working the Las Vegas circuit, and then he thanks you for being a good sport about it all, you got to bring your A game when you come in here. Don't come in here and give me bald jokes, guys. I know I'm bald. Don't come in here even making old jokes. That happens every day. I know I'm old. Trout says, "May I roast them like coffee beans?" Well, that wasn't much roasting when you think about it. Asking for children who are homeless. I was kind of hoping he was sincere. Thank you, Trending. Trending liked and shared. Simply says, trying to his material on the best minds around YouTube. The one thing he said to me that still makes me laugh, and I found myself laughing at it all day when he said that. And Mocha's like, why are you still laughing at that? Is when he said, you look like the version of Spider-Man that was bitten by the regular spider. And I don't know why it was so funny. It still makes me laugh. One would have been sincere. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, right. Sniper remembers this. That's Spider-Man. So I was just talking to a friend right before I went live, just about that stuff. That speaking of what Sebastian said, he wants to be kind, he wants to be forgiving, he wants to be patient. That people have said, and they often say to me, "Well, it's easy for you." It isn't. So I practice. The practice is the thing. If Toy Pups is still here hanging out, she can attest that the thing is the thing. I keep mentioning the Zen master Dogen, Japanese Zen master, and I've told this story forever. Hawk 2 is definitely better than Hawk 1. Just giving you the true verdict. Um, that was another classic, and for him it worked because probably almost every other person on the entire internet knew what that was. I had no idea. So I kept saying, "Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see the first one." And our friend, the Trout Master, and Skits were just dying of laughter. And I was like, "Why? Why is that so funny?" Um, so Dogen was asked, "Does meditation lead to enlightenment?" An important question to ask a Zen master, especially if you are a student who has been meditating rigorously. Zen meditators are very strict and rigorous in their practice. Sometimes 20 plus hours a day, or interspacing uh, sitting meditation with walking meditation for an entire day. Um, the Zen monks of, I forget the name of the mountain in Japan, run 50 miles a day in the mountains for I forget how many days, but it's like years. Anyway, you get the point. Zen can be pretty strict. These guys were meditating hours and hours on and very strenuously, very strictly. And all of a sudden they're told by their master who taught them meditation that it doesn't lead to enlightenment. What's the deal with that? And he said meditation does not lead to enlightenment. Meditation is enlightenment. So forgiveness doesn't lead to awakening. Forgiveness is awakening. Kindness doesn't lead to enlightenment. Kindness is enlightenment. A great line from A Course in Miracles: infinite patience produces immediate results. Which means when you practice infinite patience, you literally step into the realm of eternity, the timelessness itself, just by practicing patience. You don't have to be patient to practice patience. You don't have to be kind to practice kindness, and you don't have to be forgiving to practice forgiveness. But conversely, when you practice forgiveness, guess what? You're forgiving. When you practice kindness, guess what? You're kind. And when you practice patience, guess what? You're patient. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hey, our friend Rhea was here, and he was asking about you. He was very concerned that you weren't here before him. You've made, you know what? Your kindness and your patience and your forgiveness, which has been the subject the last few minutes, has left an imprint, a deep impression on our friend. How was the walk? He wanted to know, Rhea wanted to know whose birthday, which pet's birthday was it today? Hope you had a good walk. Cena says, Yogi Eric, why does Jack Sparrow do instead of yoga? Pilates of the Caribbean. Yeah, I walked right into that, didn't I? See that's how you roast somebody, guys. Sebastian says, Eric, you made those points beautifully. I agree. So, hey, Sebastian, does that let you off the hook? Now you have a complete spiritual path right there in front of you. Be kind, practice patience, practice forgiveness, and everything is to be forgiven. Remember, the forgiveness that I talk about here is not the traditional forgiveness. It's totally different. It's a radical practice. It is meant for those who, hey, Joe, thank you so much. We get a floating heart for 10 joules. Thank you so much. This is a forgiveness for those who wish to awaken from the everyday. Fisherman's Lodge says, hello, everyone. What's up, Fisherman's Lodge? How are you? I was going to say long time no see. Bill says, oh, I forgot the time, and I was just walking Yoda a bit longer than normal. It was good walking. Thanks. Good. I'm glad it was good. Today, none. In 3 days, it's my youngest guinea pig's birthday. Fangs and Hewakes. Did I say that right? Probably not. Thank you again, Joe. Bill says, and that's nice. I didn't know that someone would worry about me. I think if you weren't here, all of us would worry about you. I was just a bit late. I don't know how late. Not that late. I said the same thing. But you're normally late, so I don't know how long. I said the exact same thing, that Willow was probably going by yogi time, knowing that I was going to be late. Fisherman's Lodge says, oh, nothing much about me. I see you walking your dogs every so often. Actually, I see you walking your dogs fairly often. So as it says, Stuart, I'm very glad to have found your channel. Fisherman Law says a question. Who do you have a question for? Willa says, oh, and Yogi. He says, Yogi Eric, what brought you to find A Course in Miracles? Were you searching for something? Or have you always been curious adventure of mind and spirit? I have always been a curious adventure of mind and spirit. And I like the way you said that. I like the way you phrased that. And I was also searching for something. I was miserable. I was lonely. I had the lowest opinion of myself, that no one could say anything bad about me that I didn't already believe. And I began to solve that through the 80s by overindulging in the things that you would overindulge in if you were spending a decade following the Grateful Dead. Some good things came out of that. I had some mind-opening, mind-expanding experiences. And then as the 80s and I got a little bit older, it became more sophisticated. It was unbecoming for a young gentleman to travel on a van with a bunch of other hippies and go to Grateful Dead concerts. So I started going to bars every night for a decade. A little over a decade, actually. And I drank with a vengeance, with a purpose. And the purpose was to get drunk. More or less, it was to obliterate myself. Did I say that right? Dogs are back home. You gonna miss them? I have not watched. But you know, I told the story of sort of had a magical, mystical childhood, and as I stopped believing in that, as I started hitting my early teens, I stumbled upon a movie late at night about a 6 foot tall rabbit who went out drinking with Jimmy Stewart. I should mention the rabbit was invisible. The rabbit was a puka, shapeshifter, and the movie was Harvey. And it was such an enchanting movie that it sort of re-enchanted me in the ways of a magical universe. So at a young age, I started. I've been practicing yoga for a bit. I got a book on yoga when I was 11 and taught myself yoga. Um, I started studying Native American shamanism from other parts of the world. That's what led me to get interested in the Grateful Dead and the shamanistic experience of going to concerts. Um, in the 80s, I fooled around with meditation, but I didn't take it seriously. I would meditate and then go days without meditating, weeks without meditating. Um, Same with my yoga practice. I started reading Carlos Castaneda, though, and my interest in alternate reality, alternate realities sharpened. My experiences with the traveling with the Grateful Dead also helped with that quite a bit. In the late 80s, I read a book, Love is Letting Go of Fear, which dealt with principles from A Course in Miracles, my first real exposure to that. And then in the early 90s, I read Marianne Williamson, Return to Love. My yoga practice started to deepen, and I decided, you know what, I'm reading books about the Course. I should read the Course. So I bought the Course and opened it up and immediately put it aside. And then I don't know how long later, I tried again and immediately put it aside. And on that went for a long time. I would make various lengths into it. Hey, Walmart shopper. How are you? Target shopping is falling asleep. Well, hey, this is a good place to do that. Willow is singing happy birthday. I thank you for that. It did make me laugh. You definitely made me smile too. So, man, that's a long-winded explanation. I didn't finish Course in Miracles for the first time in 2007 when Mocha was stationed in Iraq for a year, and I had to be a single stepfather for my stepchild as I was caring for my mother who had her last stages of Alzheimer's. At that point, she had about 4 years left before she passed away, and my father had had a stroke. Um, and of course, I worried every night that my wife, in a war zone, something was going to happen, and I worried that I was not going to be a good stepfather. That to go from being a fun stepfather, who's there and having, making her laugh, to being disciplinarian first year in high school, as well as it wasn't long before Moko went away that she said she wanted a divorce. So I'm thinking I'm here taking care of my stepchild, and when the person that I'm worried the most about in my life comes back, she's going to want a divorce. It was a pretty miserable time. That was the year. Course of Miracles all the way through. It was a deep commitment, no compromise, no putting it aside. When I got that urge saying this is too much, my ego rebelled, I knew it was time. It didn't matter if the ego rebelled because it was time to see through the ego. Finally, there was an energy there, and I needed all that misery to give me that energy to see it through. And since then, it's been constant in my life. Cena says, Yogi Eric, well, that's interesting to hear uh, about your childhood and how you got into spirituality and meditation. Very cool. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for asking, and thank you for listening. Michael says, back from the live. How did the live go? Sorry I missed you, Michael. We got some love from Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Will says, I'm surprised Ray was asking about me. When I heard you say his name, I was like, oh no. You brought about a great, great change. You were the spark. Willis says, but yeah, how are you, Yogi? How was your day been so far, my friend? Almost over. After the live stream, I get ready for bed. Um, it's been a pretty good day. Lucy says, bless your heart, Eric. Oh my goodness. We all have our cross to bear, right? So Evan says, so we live in chaos? We do live in chaos. That's okay. Because we're living in the outer world. But this is the principle of Buddhism, principle of yoga, principle of A Course in Miracles. This is not the real world. But we can see the real world. And we see the real world by practicing forgiveness, bypassing the ego. The ego doesn't want to be kind. The ego wants to negotiate kindness. I will be kind, but what's in it for me? How often do you see people might say on YouTube, I will subscribe to you if you subscribe to me. I will come to your live stream. How come you never been to my live stream? Things along those natures. Go to someone's live stream to support them. Don't worry about what comes back to you. You'll get support. Maybe it won't be from that person, but you'll get support. Hey, Martine, how are you, my friend? I have a video of yours to watch. You did a review, and my objective today, before I go to bed, is to watch it. So, how are you? Zephyr says, Evan, indeed we do. But deep within, do you guys remember that line from Moby Dick? Herman Melville, the insular Tahiti? In the heart of every man there lies an insular Tahiti, an isle of peace, calm, amid the turbulent seas. You are that insular Tahiti. All of us have it. Willow says, I never knew I could do that. You can do a whole lot more than you think you can, Willow. Hey, Frenchie, I have read The Untethered Soul. As a matter of fact, I have his book, um, The Surrendered Life. Man, I'm always put on the spot because I gave this big sermon to Cat and Jack when she said she wanted to uh, arrange my bookshelves for me. And I said, I know where every single book is. And then someone mentions a book and they go, oh, I got that book. It's right. And I'm thinking, crap, it's not there anymore. Um, his book, The Surrendered Life, that I read uh, right after my father passed away. And it was the inspiration that I said, okay, that's me. I surrendered life. I'm no longer calling the shots. I'm going to, in the language of the Course of Miracles, and this reminds me, I want to mention something to Selena. Um, I love when you're doing your tarot card readings, you invoke the presence of Holy Spirit. I've seen a lot of tarot card readers who read from almost feels like a surface level. I like that you go deep. Anyway, um, it was this surrendered life that I I was going to do this. This is what I felt called to do. I can see if I can make it work. Sort of like my moon launch. Evan says, "Oh, you did reach your goal." Martine says, "I'm good, thanks. How are you?" I'm doing pretty good, Martine. Arilla says she reached her goal. You made me laugh, and you made me laugh early in the live stream. It's because I had my guard down. Evan says, "Rick, that sounds like uh, comes back to in a different way. But what if it doesn't because of your uh, what's that word? Uh, environment. Sorry. Well, if we're thinking, it'll come back to me in a different way. If we have that expectation, then we're involved with it on that egoic level. Now we're looking for it. We're still looking for a return. We're still bargaining with the ego. The ego is saying, well, if you don't give it to me, someone else is going to give it to me. So when we say be kind, no exceptions, then that means not even bargaining with the universe, not even saying, well, the universe will pay me back. The reason to be kind is to learn to bypass the ego, which means that you are reaching out from your heart without any expectations of ever getting anything back in return. But it's that very thing, it's that paradox that you receive everything. And here's the greatest gift that you receive when you give unconditionally, you get the gift of unconditionality. You become free and unbound. You don't have those expectations that, wow, if I'm kind to you, am I going to get something back? If I give you something, are you going to give me something back? You're just kind. You're just forgiving. You're just patient. Cena says, there's nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice in the mind. You are the one who hears it. Yes. He was a student, not officially, of Paramahansa Yogananda. Paramahansa Yogananda passed away, I believe, in 52. I was a member of his self realization fellowship through much of the 90s, early 2000s, and I thought about taking vow as a monk in the California ashram, but I did not. Willis says, I'm just being me, though, so I don't know. I don't know how. You being you is how to do it. You're just being you. There's a hint there, Willow. There's a big hint. You being you is exactly what the world needs. Cat Catsaffin says, my offer still stands. Cat, I'll make a promise with you. The next time you are driving through Columbia, Maryland, you got a place to stay. I will take you out for vegan pancakes. Make sure you bring Jack. And you can rearrange all of my books in any specific order that you like. So Garrick, I'm with Kat. You know, I just want to put my hands on your books and organize them. They really are better organized than they're organized in my head. I think I could find that Michael Singer book, The Surrendered Life, and I hate to put a time limit on because I'm afraid that you guys are going to time me. I could find it in less than 2 minutes. You're going to have to trust me on that. Those are, and those are actually double stacked. There's books behind those books. Sniper says, Selena, I realized moons ago the voice you hear are only echoes, but has already been spoken at one point in time. Evan says, does your third eye go into other people's minds? It does not. You know, you get intuitive glimpses. I think we all get intuitive glimpses. The more you meditate, the more you still the mind, the more those intuitive glimpses become longer than a glimpse. But it's not as intrusive as if you're reading someone's thoughts. You just get impressions. Hey, Rosie. Evan says, what would you do if someone disrespected you and spit in your face? It's a good question. I don't actually know. Being kind, being forgiven doesn't mean that you allow someone to harm you. Now, spitting isn't really harmful. Well, nowadays, who knows what that spit contains? Um, Disrespect? No one can disrespect me. I mean, it can't be done. Who would they be disrespecting? The appearance of Eric, the thoughts of Eric, the ego of Eric. And guess what? No one can disrespect the egoic Eric more than egoic Eric has disrespected himself. You gotta, what's the old saying? You gotta walk a pretty long country mile in order to do better than that. My goal in beginning to practice a lot of this stuff, specifically in Course in Miracles, was to make myself emotionally bulletproof. I wanted to be so free. Who did that quote? Might have been Krishnamurti. Making yourself so free that you're untouchable. I'm not there yet. So who knows if someone spit on me, what I would do. Hopefully, I'd be quick enough to dodge. As I mentioned to my friend that I was talking to before the live stream, I'm practicing. I don't even think I'm all that good at it. I just keep practicing. It appears that I'm good at it because I practice sincerely. But, a practice is a practice. I'm very sincere in my objective. It's one of the things I think I have going for me. Rosie says hi to Selena. Willow says, yeah, but I really thought I had to try. I had no idea. I hope everyone is good. That's the great secret, Willow. You don't have to try to be Willow. Hey, Skits, my friend, how are you? It says, Rosie, hope you're well, my friend. Oops, guys, I'm sorry. I'm falling behind in the chat. Hey, less than 2 days. Squirrel Sniper, Walking with Goldie, Miss Flipper, they got a birthday. I'm still waiting for the song that Squirrel Sniper wants be sung. It says, hope you all, oops, I read that. Keep shining, Rosie. I'm okay. Sniper says, I would say that meditation is on the same path, just not down as far as mesmerizing. Your thoughts, Selena? Selena says, non-consensual spitting is not okay, but more gross than anything else. Yeah, I agree. More gross. Definitely gross. I'm pretty good at dodging spit because when you're an ultra runner and everyone is spitting indiscriminately, you're out in the woods, you're on a trail. But if you're running up behind someone and then they spit and the wind's coming and you're going this way, you got to learn to duck. So, hi, my friend. How are you? I'm sorry I missed your live stream. What's up, Nightmare? Shy says, how are you? I'm doing good, my friend. Rhea is back. Welcome back, Rhea. I hope your phone is charged. Hey, Jason. Jason is putting out some. You liking my shorts? I was just going to mention that. Jason is putting out some awesome shorts. Jason, right before our eyes, has become a YouTube artist. And it's amazing to see because he stumbled upon the morning live stream and all of us chatted. Sniper was there. We all chatted about YouTube's channels, stuff like that. And it was Sniper who said, hey, let's get Jason to 50. That's why you guys are so awesome. Sniper. This is what I mean, Evan, about just doing things. Scroll had absolutely no agenda other than, hey, because this is what we do. Let's get him to 50. We've done it before. We do it for other people. We'll do it for you. And he took it and ran with it. And he literally is a YouTube artist now. It's amazing to see. So he says, hi, my sweet YouTube family. Hello, our sweet Shahi. Shahai. I say it two different ways. I apologize. At least I can say Selena. Right? Hey, Kayla. It says, be better, Rosie. Smiling will take you a long, long way. Sniper says, any instrument will do. Your choice. Well, let's see. I can play my bell, ringing my bell. I think that I can play one verse of Silent Night on the harmonica. And I do think I have a harmonica somewhere. It says meditation is sharp and focus on enlightenment. Evan says, yeah, you're human, but see the best way for you, Monkey Brains looks at forgiveness as fawning, and we'll keep amplifying it. Well, that's because, hey, Empire, we're talking about a different type of forgiveness here. I mentioned before, this is a radical type of forgiveness, and it is not for the weak of heart. It is truly, thank you, Shahai. It is truly a committed path, and it takes a whole lot of determination to practice it. As soon as people hear it, most of them say, nope, I'm not going to do it. Not only that, they say, I can't do it. But it sets you free. Willa says, amazing all. Selena says, Nightmare Bestie, how are you? Glad to see all you guys. Selena says, he can ring my bell. I do remember that song. I don't remember Sister Sledge. Who sang that song? Back in the glorified disco days, I was in middle school. And middle school was split down the middle. The summer that Grease came out and Saturday Night Fever, and all my Beatle-loving rock and roll friends were now talking about disco. And I was like, nope, not going in that direction. Now, in retrospect, I actually liked some disco. I love the Bee Gees. Willa says, Yogi, I have a question for you. What is it, my friend? Willa says, I hate the bell. Just let me know. If you do ring it, I will turn the sound down. You got it. I try to remember that. Jahai says, so beautiful. Spot Yogi, my friend, thank you so much. You are welcome, my friend, and thank you so much for being here. Hey, I don't remember if I took my supplement or not. Do you guys remember? Selena says, Nightmare, I overslept. Pretty sure I had one of those. I don't think I took it. So I'm going to take it now. I need a word. Thank you, Selena. Willa says, Yogi, what do you like see in me? Like, I don't know, but like about me, you're so nice. And they say, and you say, I'm nice. Well, hey, that should tell you something. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I'm nice? So, in return for your question, I'm asking you a question back. If you say yes, you think I'm nice, then that means you are recognizing niceness. And you can't recognize niceness unless you have it within you. Here's the thing about shadows. Thank you, Kat. She said the last I heard said you're going to wait to take it. Thank you. Grillo says, of course you're nice. Yes. So when they talk about the shadow, specifically in Jungarian psychology, they talk about the projection of our darkness, all the things, all the bad stuff, the guilt that we refuse to own, to work through, to address, or even recognize within ourselves. We project upon other people. And we can sort of understand that because who wants to see their own darkness? However, Jungarian psychology, as well as other branches of psychology, say the good stuff, all the good stuff that we admire about people, that we recognize about people, we project upon others as well. That doesn't mean someone isn't nice, but in order for us to recognize someone as nice, we need to have niceness within us. To recognize someone as kind, we need to have kindness within us. All of those great qualities that you see in someone else, they're yours. So, what do I see in you, Willow? I see the best of me. The very best of me I see in you. And you, because you are such a wonderful, clear mirror, allow me to be that person. So thank you. Nightmare says, okay, Selena, interesting. Sampa says, just sub to Shahai Kitchen. She does great live streams. So enthusiastic. One of my favorite live streams to visit. I gotta admit, I love the warm and loving welcome. Selena says, my mother needed me to run some errands for her. So I had to postpone my live stream. And then last night, really late, my best friend rang me in distress. So I helped her, but I overstepped and had weird sleep. I hope your best friend is doing okay. Shahai says, thank you so much. You're welcome, Shahai. Hey, always feel free to drop you a link here if you want. I mean, almost everyone's modded up, but it never hurts. Willis says, try to think I'm being really nice. And let's see. I'm sorry. Willis says, thank you, Yogi, too. You're amazing. Yeah, I was just wondering because I get lots of people saying you're so nice when I try to be nice, but when I try, they don't think I'm being nice. When I don't try, they think I'm being really nice. I really don't understand. Um, I don't know if we need to understand. Just keep being you. And all the stuff, I know you're going through a lot, Willow, and I know sometimes it weighs very, very heavy on you. Keep being you, and we'll work through it together. All of us here. Where it says, yes, why is everyone modded up? To help people support their channels. So that way, when you're modded up, um, you get to click on there um, on the blue, and you go straight to their channel, and then you could subscribe, and they could subscribe back to you. And then we have like a top moderator like Scroll Sniper, who just sort of helps protect people. Tina says, my best friend was drunk and emotional, and she needs to vent. She'll be okay, but she just needed some support because the people around her were being cruel and unsupportive. She's moving to the USA. I'm glad you were there for her. Rhea says, I try to help Yoda. Hey, Rhea, you are turning into a good friend. Shahai says, so cute. Dog with beautiful, relaxing music. Cat and Jack. Cat and Jack is awesome. Will says, thank you, Yogi. Yes, I am, but I mean, we will get through it somehow. We will. Let's see. William says, say you in chat. Just sold my PS5. What's a PS5? What's going on, William? He just says Squirrel Sniper is the best. Squirrel Sniper is the best. Some might say that Squirrel Sniper is the Kevin Costner to my Whitney Houston. Some might say that. I don't know why they would say that, but some might say it. Some certain people, some specific people might say that. It says Squirrel sorts the wheat from the chaff. Absolutely. Emma says, sorry to hear that, Selena. I hope she has a great time in the US. You're a great friend. Guy says, Yogi, now you sing a song, please. The only song I've ever sung online has been Happy Birthday. I don't know what other song I could actually sing. And I am worried about copyright strikes. I don't know how that works. Are you allowed to sing, or is it only the music? So if I knew a particular song and it was simple, if there was a happy birthday for non-birthday occasions, I might be able to be talked into that. Steppa says it's one more than PS4, Eric. That makes sense. Hey guys, wait until you go into Shahai Kitchen's vlogs live stream and you get that warm welcome that I mentioned. You are treated like a hero. Tina says, "William Hart, hello. Glad you came back again. I'm sorry I sold you. Oh, so it's a PlayStation, but it's okay. Nightmare says, squirrel sniff snap. I still have no idea what that means. That was between Squirrel Sniper, myself, Eric Lapointe. I forget who else might have been there. I think William might have been there. The original Night Watcher, not Nightmare, was there. And somehow we were talking about Ozzy Osbourne and him biting the head off of a bat. And we came around to, and some people can smell. Oh, Runner Boy was here too, because we were talking about smelling pennies, and some people can smell ants. And everything morphed as the way most of our conversations do, ending up being about nothing that we originally talked about, the original topic. And the way we finish a live stream sometimes is with Ozzy Osbourne sniffs ants, or it's some ant sniffing time. Selena says, Yogi Eric, you thought I forgot about that comment, didn't you, Selena? Sniper says, Nightmare, that's actually Eric Lapointe. I just borrowed it. It fits in well. Hey, Kit Kat. Kit Kat says hi. Selena says, I knew you loved that bodyguard line because Squirrel Sniper is Kevin Costner. Jai says, Yogi, anyone? Is it anyone's birthday today? It's got to really be your birthday. I honestly can't think of a single song. Hey, Shahai, you can click the join the live stream and come up and sing a song for us. Bill says, Ray, I don't think Yogi, when you know the full stick of everything that's going on at the moment, all you need to know is it's horrible and I am struggling. But I'm trying to push through it. DC says, you be under stress too, Selena. Bless your heart. Hey, Lucy, if you get an update whenever you're ready, please let us know. Skid says, better to sniff ants than mushy peas. Eric would agree. I would agree. Keep the mushy peas away from me. Tina says, Cat's Craft and Beauty, hello. Nightmare says, that's facts. It is facts. We get some unicorns and hearts and rainbows. Tina says, well, I'm sorry you're struggling. William says, I personally find joy that it's sold. Many trends point to consoles ending. Huh. But only that. Why would they end? But not only that, I have wasted an infinite amount of time playing games. The funds definitely help, and more that I wasn't using the PS5 much at all. Thank you, Shahai. Shahai's new video is up. Join the more than 7 million adults. Sorry, guys. That was an ad. I wanted to bring that up so I could watch it after the live stream. Hey, Gray. Gray is back. Welcome back. Nightmare says, thanks for the explanation, Yogi. I can honestly say I've never been able to smell an ant. Some people can. Runner Boy can smell ants. Well, it says, yeah, I've been for the past week. It got so bad today, but I'm trying. Selena says, Skits, as a mother, I must smell everything at least twice, good or bad. I didn't know that was a requirement, actually. All Mom's Chat will relate to my last comment. Lucy says, I'll be okay. I'll manage. Thanks, Yoda. Shahar says, William Hart, we are already friends. Know any videos? Know any video? Cena says, Nightmare, actually, I'm not always a good friend, but I'm always supportive. I can say that much. In my book, that's what makes a good friend. Willis says, make sure you're okay, Lucy. Take a break. Okay, just breathe, and you will always be okay. Hey, Isabella. Isabella says, hi. How are you, my friend? William says, so there was an interesting turn of events. But question, when you said you were a caretaker, could you do it again as a profession? I am interested in learning if there's a potential path. There is a potential path. I couldn't do it again. I couldn't do it again. Not for, I wasn't very good at it, but I was good at it, if that makes sense. Probably not. I was good at it because I loved my father, every fiber of my being, and he needed me. I didn't think I was up for the task, especially as a critical caregiver. I couldn't make those decisions. I couldn't do that stuff. And yet I found myself doing it all. It was an unexpected position for me to be in because I was the youngest. For a long time, I felt emotionally dismissed by my siblings. Um, and then all of a sudden, someone had to step in to do this. And my father turned to me, my siblings turned to me again, unexpectedly. Um, I think it was a lot to do with the patience that I showed in caring for my mom, as I was her caregiver as well. My father and I were caregivers for my mom. Siblings helped too. Um, but my brother is not very patient. To his credit, he knows he's not very patient. So he very willingly turned these tasks over to me, and I very willingly accepted them. I mentioned before that when my father died, and I thought, so now what do I do? What does a caregiver do when he has not that specific person to care for any longer? And many people said, well, you could probably get some kind of certification as a caregiver, or you could even probably do it for people without a certification. Just helping out in some way. And the way it felt for me was I could no longer do it for someone specifically unless I had to step in that role again for a loved one. Um, I wanted to continue being a caregiver, but now the reason why I became a meditation certified instructor as well as breathwork instructor after decades of practice was now I wanted to teach everyone. And originally I was going to do it as my profession, and I realized I just wanted to do it for free. And I thought, well, then I'll see if I can earn an income, pay my bills through YouTube. And I still don't know if I can. I think if I had started a year earlier, I think if I had not given money to a family member, I might have been able to make a good run at it. I think, William, it's something you should look in on. Let me do some searching too. Maybe we can come up with something. So what's the interesting turn of events? If you want to share. Lucy says he's still in surgery. They just flipped him over last time. I checked. Everything is going well so far. Great. Hey, Toy Pups. Toy Pups says, you can do this, Yogi. We believe in you. Thank you so much. And you know what? That means a whole lot. Toy Pups says, you're an amazing teacher, Yogi. Thank you. I've had the good fortune to teach meditation to uh, a couple people in our YouTube family. And of course, we do breath work here virtually 2, 3 times a day. Hey, we're going to be doing the breath of fire tomorrow at 5 a.m. for our friend Kat. Jai says, Double Toy Pups, your videos play my side. Empire says, I could never be a caretaker as a profession. I'll stick to security. Hey, you could think of security as being a caretaker. You know, people are placing their trust in you. See, it says Yogi Eric and Nightmare. Thank you. I'm not good at always messaging back in a timely fashion. No judgment, please. No judgment at all. Zephyr says, Gray, why did you get banned from Roblox? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. Well, hey, Willow, let's change that word if you don't mind. Willow says, Rhea, I'm just faking it to make sure people are okay. And it's better to act okay than explain it all. Uh, but here they know I just want to help everyone before I even think of helping myself. If we were to change that word faking to practice, see what a difference that might make for you. If you said, I'm just practicing it to make sure people are okay, and it's better to practice than explain, do you see that little subtle difference? You are practicing all of this, and the practice is the thing. Toy Pups, what's the thing? Willis says, how is everyone? We go down here towards the bottom. Boy, my cat is being persistent tonight. Let's see. Willis says, I love the Breath of Fire. It's one of my favorites. I like it too. Gray, I'm glad you unbanned. Gray. Shai says, love video. Thank you, Shahai. Emma says, I could be wrong, but I think Cena wants Breath of Fire. It's a morning breath. Doesn't have to be, but it's when you need to be uplifted. Skit says, Eric is a legend. Love you, Eric, brother. Gotta go now. Good night, my friend. Good night, chat. Love you all. Love you too, Skits. Cena says, well, Breath of Fire is my favorite too. Well, Rhea says, I don't understand how Yoda is going through a horrible time. It's just been so nice to all of us. How? Well, here's the thing. I'm willing to bet everyone here, almost everyone here, several people here are going through something. And they're being nice because they choose to practice being nice. They choose to practice kindness. It is nothing that any one of us can't do. And guess what, Rhea? I see you practicing kindness. When you came in here, you mentioned today that you're in pain. And when I asked you what's going on, you said life. But you know what? And that was the afternoon conversation that we had. And you said it again at the beginning of the live stream today. But in the very next thing you typed in, it was, hey, where's Willow? She's normally here. How is she? You were concerned. Even though you're in pain, even though life is weighing heavily on you, your concern was for someone else. So, Selena, I don't understand what you're saying. Let me read that message. Breath of fire, breath of fire, breath of fire. I can't figure that out. Sometimes, Selena, you're you're too subtle, you know? And I try to read the message in the message, but it just right over my head. What breath are we going to do tonight? That's a good question because we're going to wrap things up in just a few minutes. So let's think of a good one. Grace says, I want to be a moderator. Well, there's a rigorous training process, almost like a boot camp. Nightmare says, great, if Yogi wants to mod you, he will do so. Begging is pointless. Let's do this one really seems to resonate with people. The 4, 2, 6, 2. Breathing in for 4, holding for 2, exhaling for 6, holding for 2. Unless, well, Grade, we got to give it a little more time. Hey, Murray, get a skibidi riz. Ray says, I just wanted to make sure that she's okay, but now she isn't. But she's working through. But putting Willow aside for a second and going back to you, it was your concern for Willow that was so important. Hey, Danny. Speaking of moderators, how come Danny's not a moderator? I think Danny's always been a moderator. Grace says, can we play Guess the Animal? Fox. Did I win? Hey, Sam. Sam says, bye, guys. Grace says, I have the Sigma Riz. Grace says, I should change my name to Just Marie being bored in the basement. I suggest you get kettlebells for your basement. No one is ever bored when they have kettlebells in their basement. Lucy says, just being very, very cautious. Good. Tina says, Sam, bye and take care. So let's do our breath work. Yep, someone sold Danny's wrench. That is Danny, right? That is Danny. Is this a backup channel? So this is a new channel. What's going on, Danny? It was started today. Chris says, mod me, please. I would tell you something. What's up, Johnny Cash? Marie doesn't have a basement. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I'm always reluctant to give out wrenches when they are incessantly demanded because it makes me wonder what's up with that. Marie says, all I have is a bed. But you know what? A bed's enough. That's all you need. All right. Let's do some breath work. Yoda says doesn't have a basement. That's okay, Willa. Keep visiting, keep showing love. That's the way to do it. Hey, Abigail. I saw Abigail all over YouTube today, going in and saying hi. Always nice to see. Basement MS are fun. Let's see, Sniper says check the Danny original one to see if it's still there. Yeah, we'll see if he pops in. Although, like I said, we're going to be ending soon. Abigail says, I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad to hear. So, does that breath sound okay to everyone? And let me know who's in. Toy Pup says, be patient. Gray, this channel is all about learning patience. This is true. Abigail says, I'm help everyone mod. Yes, you do. And I saw you. I saw you doing that. Selena says, Gray, please put your patience pants on. That made me laugh. Boy, wouldn't that be nice if they really did have patient pants? What about a patient suit with a hat? It is time for breath work. Willow says, of course she's fine. All right, Nightmare is in. Elfish says, so all thumbs up. Thank you, Elfish. I appreciate that. Willow, you're a great moderator. She is. Danny says, Lisa Warren's World. Me, Danny, yesterday. I took notice my account was deleted yesterday. Wow. What's up with that, Danny? I'm sorry to hear that. Lucy says something doesn't feel right. Yeah. All right. So, guys, everyone said most people said being in. Thank you, Abigail. For those who are going to participate, and then we're going to wrap things up for the night. If you could close your eyes. Hey, Dan, poor man is here. Abigail says you're welcome. So for those who are going to breathe, if you could close your eyes. Notice your breath. Wherever it is, you feel the breath is the perfect place to feel the breath for right now. Just notice it. Now, shift your attention to breathing through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Nothing special, just breathing through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Now, those of you who remember the Ujjayi breath, the cat's breath, the Darth Vader breath, very gently and easily introduce that. Breathing in, no specific length. Breathing out, just making that ha sound on the inhale, ha sound on the exhale. Keep breathing with that breath. And listen. Listen to that ha. It's the sound of the ocean's breath. It's literally a current, and the current is leading you to a deep, deep state of peace, a state of well being, a state where you use your breath to take you deep within and releasing all the stress, all the anxiety. Every issue of the day is released with the breath. And with that, we're going to breathe in through the nose for count of 4. We're going to hold for 2. and exhale for 6 and hold for another 2. We're going to do 10 rounds. We're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Last breath. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Relax. Your breath settles back to a natural, easy rhythm. Continuing with the nasal breathing. And just for a moment with your eyes closed, if you could put your hands on your heart center and allow that natural light of love that shines from your heart to fill up your hands. Heart is shining brightly. Love, synonymous with light, and it's extending to your hands. And when you're ready, put your hands together in prayer position and offer a prayer to everyone right now who needs one. Specifically, our friend Lucy and her brother. For all our friends who are in pain, for all our friends who need something. For ourselves, a prayer for ourselves. May we all be happy. May we be kind. May we be at peace. May we be free from suffering and the cause from suffering. Namaste. When you're ready, open your eyes and I'll see you in the chat. I haven't seen Selma for a couple days. Danny says, Yogi, I don't want to confuse no one. Like I said yesterday, I took notice my account was deleted. I would never come to confuse no one. Understood, Danny. I don't think you're confusing anyone. I think we're just, we're worried about you. Freya says, Yogi, why does everyone pretty much have mod? Not asking, I'm fine. I understand why I'm not mod. Of course, I don't want mod to make friends with Yoda and everyone else. Um, just a way for people to connect with each other. Grace says, "Can I be a moderator?" Probably. Yes, you probably could be a moderator. Will it happen tonight? Nope, it's not going to happen tonight. Will it happen tomorrow? Probably not. But in time, it's really not that big of a deal. Willa says, "And well, Yogi, I love that breath." Oh, you did some Mensa style. That's a big switch for you because you're a high volume guy. Tina says, "Thank you, Yogi Eric. Amazing. I always feel so incredible after. Namaste. Namaste to you." Thank you, Toy Pups. Format says, "Hope you're feeling better, Yogi. Have a good night, brother." Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. I am feeling better. I actually took Tylenol arthritis, 8 hours, and that has given me a bit of relief. I'm glad you that. I'm glad you guys like that breath. Hey, Sue. Nemmer says, "I appreciate the breath work, sir." You are welcome, my friend. One of my favorite things to do. Boom says, "Greg, give us some time. Do you intend to talk about anything but mod?" Going on, focusing on negatives, going slow. How many sets did you do? Took up says, Cat Jack is live. Scroll to her after Yogi ends. Yes, that's a good sign. Time for us to wrap things up. Marie says, if I leave him editing, we're going to end the day. I always feel stress free after breath work. Awesome. I hope you guys continue it through the day on your own. Come in tomorrow in the morning if you're able. And if not, maybe I'll make a video. I've been doing some shorts of breath work. Breath of fire in the morning. You can do alternate nostril breathing in the afternoon. In the evening, do a breath like this as part of your sleep hygiene. And then therapeutically as needed. If you're stressed, you can do the breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4. You could do breathing in for 4, exhaling for 6. Um, you could do the 4-7-8 breath for stress. You could do the bumblebee breath, something along those lines. Make them 3-minute shorts. I try. I don't know if I have that much to say for 3 minutes. Lisa says that's not the real Danny. Thank you, Toy Pups. Rose says, Danny, prove it. When did I sub to you? Tia says, Breath of Fire is heaven. Love that fire, baby. I'm so glad you all like it. It's a beautiful practice in the morning. Now, I'm not huge on teaching um, the vigorous style breathing. There's other versions of that. Uh, the bellows breath, where you have that forceful exhale and a forceful inhale, or more forceful. And you can enter arm movements as well. So you breathe in and you're getting that abdominal movement. So you breathe in, arms up, exhale, bringing the arms down. That's more of a Kundalini yoga, very powerful breath. But anyway, with the breath of fire, you can work your way up to 30 breaths with a 30-second breath hold. Remember when you do the breaths, and then you take in a breath, you want to do a 3-part yoga breath. Breathe into the belly, into the chest, expanding the rib cage all the way up into the clavicles. Exhale from the clavicles. Allow the rib cage to collapse a little bit, and then the belly falls. And then take a normal breath. Hold. Count of 20 if you're doing 20 breaths. If you're doing 30, hold for 30. Then take a few recovery breaths and repeat. Hey, Peanut. How are you, my friend? All right, guys, let me wrap it up. Nightmare says, for the record, guys, this is my only account. To see another nightmare, it is not me. Just wanted to get that out there. Tina says, I love Lucy being protective. Lucy's awesome. Sometimes it's good to log off, get healthy. Agreed. Will says, I'm not convinced it's Danny, but Will says, we're going to bed, my friend. Me too. Will says, night, Yogi. Good night, Willow. Thanks for hanging out. All right, guys. I want to stop in and um, say goodnight to Cat and Jack. I will see everyone tomorrow. Come on by at 5 o'clock in the morning and let's do the breath of fire together. Um, or sleep in and we'll do it in the afternoon. But we will do it tomorrow for sure. Nightmare says, good night, all. Stay awesome. Thank you for the stream, sir. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you, Eric Lapointe. Another great live. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Eric. Here's a question. Hey, Adam. Adam says, good night. Here's a question for Danny, real quick. Thanks, Eric. Danny, who's in my basement? See, it says Eric Lapointe. I didn't see you creeping in there. Eric says, hey, guys. Hey, Songahan. Songahan says, hey to Eric. Brother Eric lurking in the back, waiting to save the planet. There you go. Thank you, Danny. So Pup says, Danny, who's hiding in Yogi's basement? So, hey, Danny, the only reason it seems like we're giving you the third degree is because you are one of our all-time favorite people. So we need to make sure that it's you because we don't want to I'm back. How did I look? Was I in an awkward frozen pose? So Peps has we can laugh at him. He won't mind, guys. Nightmare says they finally got him, Squirrel. All right. So with that, we're gonna go. Thanks for hanging out with me. Much appreciated. It was a fun talk. Got to cover some important subjects. Cena says, "Hey, handsome as ever, Yogi Eric." Well, I see myself frozen on my big screen. Why did you guys let me freeze in that position? You should have been there for me. That's the most awkward frozen I've ever been. All right. Sorry. Man, I got to work on that. Thank you, Eric. Songhead says, Danny, giving him some coffee. Foreman says, hit 500 subs. Yoga, awesome. Now we're going to get you some watch hours. Cena says, you get a minimum of 1 flirt per live stream, Yogi Eric. Maybe I should go live more often. The total post. Usually I'm pretty lucky in my freezing. Not this time. Thanks again, Eric. Do I ever try to Santa Claus my beard? It had gotten pretty bushy there for a little bit, and I trimmed it about a week ago. Probably not too much longer than this. It is long. It is a long goodbye. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for that prompt, Nightmare. All right, I want to say goodnight to Cat and Jack. I will see everyone. I'll see everyone over there. Right? Let's go over and hang out with Cat. Let's fill her room up with absolute love, even if you're just popping in, just saying hi. Thanks again, Eric. At least it's not jazz hand. That's true. Good night, Lucy. My prayers continue. Thank you, Selena. Twip Up says, Eric, yes. So, guys, I'll see you over there at Cat and Jack's, right? Selena says, love you all. And we get 10 more jewels. Awesome. All right. With that, I'm going to see you guys, please, Cat and Jack's, even just for a moment. Just bring some love there. She deserves it all. Hey, Gus. What's up, my friend? We got some coffee from Danny. Eric says, another great live. Thanks. Oh, I feel bad that I'm ending. I'd love to spend some time with Gus. Hey, guys. Our friend Game Bros, Gus, awesome channel. I hope you guys subscribe to him. Full support. He's been a friend for quite some time now on YouTube. All right. With that, I'm off. Thanks, guys. Take care.